All right, now we've made our pinch pot. Now we're going to make some coils. So what I'm going to show you with coils, coiling you need a lot more space. So I'm moving all my stuff out of the way here. All this extra clay, I'm going to move my pinch pot to the side. And I'm turned my board so that it's vertical. That's to give me enough room to roll my coils. You want to start with about that much clay, okay? Maybe even smaller for you guys if your hands are a little bit smaller than mine, although I do have pretty small hands. So I kind of want to get it into the shape of a coil before I start. And then you're rolling it from the tip of your fingers all the way to the heel of your hand. This is called the heel of your hand. So it's not a back and forth motion like this. It's more like when you're swinging on a swing and you have to pump your legs to go higher. So you want to roll all the way out and all the way back. All the way out, all the way back. And you don't want to be pushing down too hard because it should roll, right? The point is to make it nice and round. And you can see I move my hand kind of from side to side as I'm rolling it, and it starts getting longer. And when it starts to get really long, you can use two hands. You kind of try to make it even. Notice I'm not going fast. The goal isn't to go fast or to make it quickly, it's to make it correctly. So if you look at that, that's about the width of my pinky finger or my ring finger. And we don't want it any smaller or skinnier than that because we need it to hold up when we make our coil pots or anything that you're doing with coiling. Remember, anything really thin with clay, if it looks like it's going to break, it probably will. All right, I'm going to do another coil, and then I'm going to show you how we start attaching those coils. So again, rolling all the way out and all the way back. Let me show you what happens if I don't. If I just go like this, that doesn't look like a nice coil. Look at the difference. Right? And this one rolls when I push it. This one, not so much. Okay. I'm going to stop there because here my coils are about the same width. The length is different, but that's okay. That doesn't really matter. Now to start attaching them to make your coil pot, you're going to roll almost like a snail shell your coil in like this. That's probably about as big enough as I need for the base. So before I do that, now that I know that it's big enough, I'm going to go ahead and score the clay. It's called scoring and slipping. And while we don't have slip, we're going to use water. So with my two fingers, I'm just putting two fingers in there and I'm just patting. I want to be sure not to rub the water onto the clay because I don't want to get rid of all those score marks I just made. And now I'm going to roll it back up. And as I'm rolling it, you can see the kind of the water squishing out. And that's what you want to see because those score marks that you made with the water help create suction and help the clay stick and stay together. Just kind of pat it. So there's the base of my pot. And now I'm going to scratch along a score along the outside and then start to score along the top. I'm going to get a little bit of water on my next piece. And then as I go, I'm going to keep scoring the clay, keep tapping just with a little bit of water. And we don't want it too wet or shiny so it doesn't just flop over. Only now I'm starting to go up with my coil. You guys can see that. So first I just went around to make it flat for the base, but now I'm gradually starting to go up. And the way I do that is just by going inside a little bit